to do that. Is that the question?
No, no. Can you tell me where I could read topic for all Muslim?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch it then. Did you get the question?
No.
Yeah. I know he was talking about affiliate marketing.
Right.
I know he's talking about affiliate marketing, and I think he says that he's got a site and he's selling a product. It costs about £700. It wasn't clear what he wanted to put advertisers on the site,
Right.
like create this like affiliates, like you have like for Tesco's and
That's right, yeah,
different companies, and you're advertising their products on your site. Or he wanted to set up his own affiliate scheme, so then to encourage people to advertise his site on their system. I mean, from my point of view, it's halal to offer agents and commissions, so there's nothing wrong with that. You're not offering anything unless you guys have any other insight into.
Maybe yourself.
No, I mean that seems to be the right way.
So yeah, carry on. You were saying about Silicon Valley. Did you go to Silicon Valley?
Oh yeah, I mean I was raised there. I mean,
okay.
I moved there when I was about a month old, and ever since then I was raised in Silicon Valley. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I've seen many of these boom and crash sort of.
Right.
And nothing seems to be long term. So.
Right. Is that been your interest to go into IT? I mean, later on after you graduate, maybe sort of like work for an IT company or something in Silicon Valley.
Who knows what the future holds, really? I mean, not necessarily, but who knows?
Yeah. So how's life in California? I mean, how's like the economics, and how's it differ from the UK? Did you find any difference? How do they fund things, projects, and?
Well, I mean, generally there is a difference in terms of the kind of industries that you have over there and the kind of industries that you have over here.
Right.
Over here, like we said, it's mostly sort of consultancies and
services, service-based.
Service-based,
yeah.
Exactly. Whereas over there, you do have some service-based. However, I want to say the majority is on the goods.
But you still have manufacturing in the US.
Yeah, of course. There's
still
manufacturing, semiconductors, and all that stuff.
Right. Okay. So because I mean I heard like a lot of the services are like going to India and abroad.
Yeah.
That's why the economy is like kind of suffering.
Yeah, that seems to be happening all over the world. Actually, everything's kind of getting outsourced. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell us a bit more. I mean, just give us an idea about your experience and yeah, just give us an idea, like what kind of things that have you done or you studied, or the kind of Islamic financing. How's it differ? Did you find any Islamic products here and in the US? Did you see any sort of solutions?
Well, I have to say that the general theme of Islamic financing is much bigger and has a much.
So it's more matured.
I mean, I don't know about matured. I'm not very familiar with the industry over there, and that's exactly what I mean. Is that the industry over there doesn't have as big of a base sort of supporters. Doesn't really appeal to that many people. Maybe it's because of the nature of the industries that are in the area, as opposed to the industries that we have over here, like you mentioned, mainly services.
So on that note, guys, inshallah, we'll just be going for a small commercial, and we'll come back at the other side. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to I Mean Business. If you just tuned in, we had a couple of guests and we still have them with us. We got Lucky Singh and we got Ahmed Ibrahim from London School of Economics, and we're talking about global finance. We're talking about a lot of things, ain't we? We're talking about economics, we're talking about Silicon Valley. So we'll get back to you now, Ahmed Ibrahim.
I don't know if it's really appropriate that you guys are asking me the questions. I should be asking both of you the questions.
Sure, fire away. What questions do you have?
Yep.
Well, I mean, let's say I have a really good business idea and I've saved some money. What steps do I need to take from this point on? Do I need to have knowledge of all parts of the business? Do I need to have a bit of accounting, a bit of marketing, or can I just kind of get it off
you want to know like 10 steps or the steps that you need to follow?
I mean, I'd like to.
So you can just like say, right, okay, there's a list of things I need to, like a checklist, and work through it.
Yeah.
I
mean,
so
sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we've got some very basic steps which I can give you. I'm sure Sammy's going to bring some other steps which you can give a bit more weight to what I'm going to tell you.
Well, this sounds like a consultant session. This is, are you charging me for this right now?
No, you're not. It's not charged.
Well, normally we could be charging £2,000 a day. typically £250 an hour. But as you've invited us on ICRA, we're happy to actually share our knowledge for free.
That sounds
So
good.
the viewers are benefiting, you're benefiting as well.
Definitely,
and hopefully that question that you have, other viewers, they've got similar questions, so they can also benefit from that knowledge. So yeah, Lucky, just tell us the steps that people need to follow. If they've got a bit of money and they want to get started in business, what exactly do they need to do?
Okay, first and foremost is the point that we made last week as well, which is on the you side of you as an individual, it's confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, you need confidence with knowledge as well, so you need to attain the knowledge in what you're doing. But a lot of business is a lot about your self-confidence. If you're confident about what you do, you'll be able to go from A to wherever you want to get to. Okay, that's probably the first and foremost, which is the you side of the business. And that means you need to be clear about where you are, what your abilities lie. You know, are you good at numbers? Are you good at marketing? Are you good at sales? Are you good at operations? Do you like to be in the front office, which is talking to people and getting out there, or do you like to be in the back office, in the office, on the computer, or are you quite multi-dimensional as a person? So having an awareness about yourself and being clear about what your strengths lie first is probably, I would say, the first step. The second steps are more business orientated. I think today's show is about the B side of the business, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. Then the next step is, let's just say, I'll put a very simple steps down for you. The first step is being clear about what your business plan is, having a business plan. And the business plan in itself has lots of steps. So first is your concept. You know, what is it that you're trying to do? Are you looking to buy property in a specific way? Are you looking to buy property in London, let's say high-end property in Mayfair? Are you looking, has it got a business angle to it? Are you going to put a commercial, are you going to buy some assets and then you're going to put a business inside it? Or are you just going to buy assets? Or are you just going to do a business? So you've got to be clear about what your end goal is. And you almost have to start with the end in mind first. So if you're clear about the end first, then work backwards. So let's say you say, let's just say you're doing property in some mix of business. Let's say that you're going to set up an office business, a commercial office business. That is a business in itself because you're running your commercial office, you're letting to clients.
So like a business centre?
Like a business centre.
So they would buy a large property, and they divide it into the small offices.
That's correct.
I've got friends that do that, and they're very successful at it as well.
Exactly. So you've got the business, and you've got the property, and then what you've got to do is, let's say 5 years from now, my exit is to have, one office block in Mayfair with 20 offices inside it, which are rented out to clients. And then you're running and managing the whole team and process, and you're generating income. And your objective could be that's a £10 million office block, and you own it unencumbered. But for the next 10 years, you want to build up the income such that by the 10th year you actually made enough income from it that it's actually paid for itself, or you've got other income streams that you're building into the formula, which pays the whole building off, and you own it outright. Let's say if that was your objective, the sort of things then you need to consider are, let's say, having a clear strategy in terms of what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, then how do you get there? And so you will need to be clear about your marketing strategy, your operations to allow yourself to do that, your front office, your back office, your finance function, your legals. So there's quite a few steps that go towards that. But predominantly, once you've got your business plan, your concept clear, then you roll out and implement, and then you monitor to find out whether you've actually achieved your objective or not. And then in that monitoring process, then you change your business plan and align it based upon what market conditions they are. And I think there's quite a few steps that go into it. I haven't thought of this, is actually off the top of my head, but I would say generally speaking, the business plan, exit, the concept.
So every business they need an exit. You can't.
Exit is got to be clear in the beginning. So is your exit to
sell the business,
building, or do you want to?
Can you keep the business? Can you keep it as a?
Yeah, is it capital growth you're looking at, or are you looking for a cash flow business which brings you cash? So there's
different strategy for
all those sort of
different
things.
options.
And I think we have a lot of clients that come to us who've already doing something, and they're